Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Dynamic GT League's Not Amused Championship for Race 2 from the Circuit de San Croix in San Croix. And joining us on commentary is Raymond. How are you, Raymond?
I'm doing rather splendidly.
Fantastic. So's Jason after winning the first race. I think I'll stop that there. There's the championship standings, everybody, after race 1. And we're heading into race 2. Around a track rate that is very, very different to DGTC side. We've got higher speed corners, 90-degree corners, and well, I suppose a tricky...
A naked grip.
Yeah, well, yeah, I thought he was going to say naked something then. But yeah, no grip. Although Connor did find the grip in qualifying as he... well, seeing as he's now turned up for the first race of the championship a week late, he's on pole position. SGP in second place.
And then we've got Demon R in third place, followed by the Mad Swede in fourth place.
Don't you just love his meatballs? Dave the Harp with his Pennzoil liveried Nismo, just ahead of Steve F1 with the number 1 on his car because he's current champion.
Then we've got Purple Bugler Alarm, SRI, and Twilight. I get lost positions, and then we've got Jimmy, whatever that says on the side. Then we've got Bob, and then Gary. Where's his lemons?
Well, yeah, they're not on the car. Well, they are on the car. We've then got Art Pal and Rich Blues, who didn't manage to set a time in... Well, I say didn't manage. He didn't set a time in qualifying. I guess he wants to have a good view of the first corner. So, let's get ready. Go on.
And that pal ended at the back because he came round that last corner and his flying lap and went sideways into the pits.
Absolutely. Oh, Demon R's got early. Got a jump start. Yeah, Art Pal on his hot lap. Yeah, spun it into the pit lane. Jason, can he capitalise on Demon R's jump start? I think that's actually worked out quite nicely for Demon R there. He's in third place at the moment. Conrad leading into 1 as SGP takes a wide line. Now, we should just quickly mention that Steve F1 also goes wide. There may be different lines through a lot of the corners around this track. But one thing is for certain, if you get offline, you could have no grip whatsoever and plummet and plummet and plummet and plummet and plummet.
Demon R's already defending from Jason into the turn 2.
Oh, someone in the background's already spinning. It was SRI. Oh, Twilight didn't like the burglar alarm. It was too noisy.
Purple.
Was it because it was purple or because it was too noisy? Okay, now what will be interesting to know here is how much Conrad... Oh, Gary went for a move on Jimmy on the back cam, but went in a little bit deep. Yeah, whether Connor is aware of how the boost works in this championship, because we've seen in a couple of races in the past, haven't we, where he's got into the lead and been able to break away, he's been that quick, or he's dropped down to the back and been able to come back through. Obviously, that's not going to be happening today. Well, the drop to the back might, but breaking away at the front won't, will it?
Nope.
Oh, no.
Not at all. As Demon R's looking up the inside of SGP, he's on the tighter line. Is the car going to... Like, this car likes to get the back end out a little bit, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. But Demon R managed to make the... No, SGP coming back past him, or are they side by side? Neither are... Oh, Connor's giving SGP the slipstream. Yeah, so SGP manages to stay ahead. Now, I've got to say, I love this section coming up now. A high-speed, kinky chicane. Oh, misses. Bob's having a look up the inside. That could be dangerous. Look for him going flying in the background. No, we can't see him. The cameraman, too afraid, turned away.
Yeah. Where is Bob? Oh, he's back there.
That he is.
As we see SGP taking a tighter line through that hairpin. He's got... I think in this track you need to open up the corners to have a good... like a better line through the corners and better speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think the tighter line's helping in this track.
No, I mean, I said the fastest way around this track is opening the corners as much as possible, but it might not be the way to overtake as Demon R making a move on SGP down into the chicane, a horrible chicane after the Graham Hill Bridge. But
And Demon R has a pan. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I mean, we talked a little bit about lines. This corner here, it's a brilliant section. It's a bit like opposite of turn 8 at Turkey, multi-apex, not flat out in this car. Different lines will be used. SGP trying to go around the outside of Demon R. I think Demon R maybe had to check up a bit behind Conrad into the penultimate corner. Conrad going a little bit wide, SGP a little bit wide. I think Gary in the background a little bit wide. But yeah, I mean, this is a circuit as well, Ray, where it, like just looking at it, it doesn't look that difficult. But as we say, opening up the corners and getting the speed right isn't easy, as SGP makes the move for the lead, but is Conrad going to go for a switch back? Is Jason back? Dave?
Oh, I thought SGP was going to hit the wall. Sometimes you see that if you took the corner too early and the turn-in phase, you drift it wide and hit that wall.
Connor having a look at the inside of turn 1. SGP giving a bit of room. I think Fujifilm has just tagged Twilight wide.
Given a bit of room as well.
Yep. So SGP has managed. Yeah, Connor was having a look at the inside, or Dave having a look at the inside into good luck with turn numbers. There's too many corners. This is a track. Well, we've not really used this track very often, have we? So like coming up with names for the corners isn't always the easiest. Oh, Twilight I think was going backwards then on the pack cam. But yeah, so. Talking about different lines, these two corners here, two pretty much identical, 90-degree corners, but they're not slow corners. But if you get your line wrong, you will be slow. Connor's wide a bit.
Jason's defending from Dave the Harp and Demon R, sorry.
That is Connor having a look up the inside into not quite a 90-degree left-hander. It's a little bit more loopy on the exit and then tightens into a very tricky right-hander, where if you get this corner wrong and the next one wrong, you're going to be really slow down the next straight. And you don't want to be slow down the next straight. But again, I mean, this corner coming up, Ray, again, it's all about the line, isn't it? Dave Yarp on the inside line, Jason out wide, and look how wide Jason's going.
And I thought he would be able to just lift a wee bit and bring it back in a wee bit tighter, but it seems like he just kept the foot down and went out. It didn't really hinder him, did it?
Well, he was side by side with Dave the Arp. He's now being overtaken by Demon R, and Dave the Arp's making an overtake, or trying to, an SGP. Connor giving a bit of room. And this chicane again, I mean, it's a tricky one for this car. I mean, I suppose one way of explaining it might be, this car's a bit like a toboggan. If you get it in the grooves, it's rapid. If you get out of the grooves, you may end up upside down, as Jimmy is off in the background.
We see Dave the Harp's now challenging Conrad for the lead.
Oh, SGP's wide. He's into the barriers, into the bridge. Oh, it's chaos, it's carnage. Oh, it's collected a few more cars as well. Oh, wow, I think a few may have survived, but not many. Wow, well, that's just spiced things up a bit on the bridge, hasn't it?
Yeah, just spiced up the whole field. We've got Art Pal up in 4th place, SRI 5th, Steve F1, I can't remember where he was before that incident. It looks like some of the back markers have found themselves up at the front now. Oh, he's going slow. He's waiting for Jason then. They feel he was at fault. Well, he was. He crashed, but...
well, I don't know. He's definitely going slow. There's Rich. Maybe he is waiting for Jason. If we go back to looking at Conrad, so this is where, if Conrad is not aware of the boost situation, he will perhaps be thinking now he can run away. Oh, Dave's in the wall. Oh no! And yeah, Demon R's going to make the move.
Is Art Pal going to get into turn 1? Is he going to pull out and make it late on the brakes?
No, Dave sort of went slightly defensive straight. Oh, Conrad's gone wide on one! Any chance of pulling away has gone out the window now as he's lost the lead.
Dave had a wobble in there as well, so that bunched him right up.
And he's going for the move now. He's having a look. Conrad just gives him the room. Here's Arpal on a bit of a switchback. Oh, just tucks in behind Dave. But interesting as well. I mean, he did just tag the back of Dave there. Oh, Demon! Oh, big tank slapper. I have to apologise as well. Oh, that was a lame burp. I apologise for a lame. Oh, Dave the up. Oh, that was it was a bit risky. Arpal's got to run him now, though.
Yeah, but Dave the Hub's still got the inside line at the moment, but always see the back end wanting to go. He's getting that power down early, and it'll happen to quite a few of the drivers. They'll think they can put the power down and then end up back end kicks out as really Demon Argo.
Well, interesting. It looked like Connor was having a look at going for a move up the inside, and I think Demon R was sort of turned in, saw he was coming, gave him space, and ended up going wide. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Demon R that. I mean, you mentioned about Dave the Arp sort of on the inside then, and the inside of his seat was up in the crack of his arse as well. Well, as he was trying to back out of that one. I wish I was backing out of that joke now because I can't remember exactly what it was you said, and the wording that I was going to use hasn't quite worked.
About the tight line and put the foot down in the back end.
Yeah. Anyway, Arpal. Side by side with David up. Are they going to get anything done? Oh, Dave's gone deep. And here comes Steve F1 and SRI and Demon R. And in the background, Twilight and Bob. Oh, something I was going to mention about Arpal just tagging the back of David Arp's car. Something I do want to mention to the drivers. On the radar, it may look like, or it's for 3 wide, it may look like you can tuck him behind the car, but there may still be a bit of an overlap. So just be aware of that one, folks. Is Steve F1 wide or is he safest?
I was just looking at camera angles there, and I'm like, this isn't the camera angles I was seeing when I was doing the video.
Is it not? Oh, interesting.
Wait.
Oh. Well, it
Why
is.
is it?
Why is it different?
So, yeah, that you could see a lot more and a wee bit of the front runner as well, but yeah, it's quite different.
The thing is, one of the things that we noticed in our, it may have been while you were busy having children, as Arpal's trying to have a cheeky look at Dave Yarp. We did have a look at a few of the camera angles pre-moving over to GT7, and one of the things that we noticed was, Dave Yarp having a look at Steve F1, SRI having a look at Arpal through the penultimate corner. Yeah. So, for example, me and you could watch exactly the same replay from exactly the same cameras. But actually we might get a different, or same cars, but we might get different camera angles. But also, if you watch a bit of a replay and then rewind to watch the same bit again, you might get a different camera angle. So, like when the guys are putting the video together, what the producer or the director sees could be completely different camera angles to what the cameraman sees, which is a bit unfortunate because sometimes the directors will say, oh, great camera angle down at the hairpin. But unfortunately, on the cameraman's view, it might not be as good.
He's like, it's fucking shite what you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't see a bloody thing. But that's normally because he's having a poo. Okay, so Steve F1 up into second place as I was explaining that. Dave the Arp having a bit of a look. It's a tricky one to go for here because it's quite a slow corner and the tight line really does wobble you. It does put you on the inside for this corner, but again, it's a tight line, and around the outside is considerably faster, and then you're on the inside for the next corner. So a bit of a tough one for Dave to sort of complete there, as Steve F1 now on at the inside for this right hander. As I mentioned, Dave now going for a switchback, trying to have a look, but perhaps also trying to cover off Demon R and Arpal who are right up his track.
Yeah, and I couldn't get that move finished, and now Demon R's on the back of David Hart now, and who's that Arpal following as well. So this is like it's sharp to begin with, and then it opens up, doesn't it? Yeah. This corner.
Yep, it does.
And then into a sharp right-hander. I think a couple of people missed a wee bit of braking points there and were on the grass. And then it's a big long curve, and
Absolutely.
you're trying to teach Arpal how to take that curve.
Well, he said he was struggling with it, and I said, well, At this point, just lift and down, just lift and turn in. And then he watched me and saw I was dabbing the brake as well. I wasn't going to tell him that bit, but there you go. Steve F1 making a move on Conrad for the lead into this chicane. Can they get through their side? Oh, in the background, SRI. Oh, he's off to commit a burglary. Oh, Demon R, he's committed a burglary as well, trying to make 2 places on Steve F1 and Dave the Art, but I think Steve F1 is having none of it as he bump drafts Dave the Art back past Demon R. Ooh, breathe in.
This bit of the bridge, it gives you nightmares, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely bloody does.
It doesn't matter what way you take it, because the other track, where you come round the right hand onto the bridge, it's still the same thing, as you can see.
Absolutely, it's those 2 bits of wall there. Yeah, they're bloody evil. Okay, so Steve F1 now defending from Jason. Oh, I think Bob may be getting a little bit of a penalty there. Oh, Demon having a little bit of a wobble. Connor perhaps realising at this point now, 4 laps into the race, that, okay, I can't pull away. And the reason for that is the boost setting that we've got on in this particular championship is the strong boost setting, which turns out it slows down the leaders if they get a 1 second gap. Dave the Arm having a look up the inside into the penultimate. Connor running a little bit wide as well. I tell you what, that corner seems so simple, but if you get offline, it's so slow. As Demon are now attacking both of them down into the fire, which is almost an identical corner, but going the other way.
Yeah, and Demon R with his outside line. Oh, Conrad sideways. Oh, don't do that, pal, and slide into the pits.
No, don't want him doing that. Dave Arm got the slipstream. Demon R moving across. Is he good moving across to share the slipstream or defend? I think it may have been defend. I can't bloody see. Oh, there we go. Oh, Steve F1's gone wide. Oh dear. There it is. Oh dear.
Yep, there he is. I think Demon R was just trying to defend a little bit, but Conrad nearly had his car up the inside there, but it just didn't work out.
Absolutely. Quick question for you. What's an MP3?
It's a music player.
Is it? Or is it 3 p.m. to a dyslexic? Yeah, you got that, so David R leads just ahead of Dave the Harp, who's just ahead of Conrad. Steve F1 having a look at Conrad, can't quite do it. Jimmy on the pack cam with his Tweety Bird, having a look at the back of Bob. Nice to see Bob back at the racetrack. Didn't get any time to practice at SRIs. I think it's just a bit of a moment on the pack cam. David Harp trying to take the lead from Demon R. Demon R going defensive. This the tight left that he was on about that opens up into the tight right. It's an interesting one because you don't really want to be on the inside into this right-hander where Dave is, because it is a tight line. It's a slow line, but you can make it work. But not on this occasion for Dave, although that has allowed Conrad to really close that gap in.
Yeah. Oh, and Steve F1 and Conrad having a nice wee battle. Oh, I've got a bubble in my throat there. Steve F1 and Conrad having a nice wee battle behind them too. Now side by side down the chicane. Now this got me. Well, we've seen it got me once, but it nearly got me a few times. Like I was hard on the brakes, and I just kept sliding.
Like Dave did there. Like Dave did there. Yeah, he was on the brakes and slowing down, but the car just went straight on.
Yeah, and I think it's something with this car and the way you have to brake. I don't know if we should give away the hint.
No, we're not giving away the secrets. Have you cleared the bubble in your throat?
Yeah.
So, do you remember when you were blowing bubbles?
Yeah, because he's outside waiting for me.
Okay, no problem. Okay, the bridge giving nightmares once again as Steve F1 and Conrad's battling side by side. I've got an interesting bit of information for you as well as Steve F1. He's going to have the inside for the first part of this horrible chicane, but you don't really want the outside line, and he's tucked in behind because you don't want the outside line for the second part of the chicane. From those camera angles we've just had there, it doesn't look that bad, but it is a horribly tight left-hand corner where it's so easy to get out of shape or run too wide. Yeah, just thinking about like signs and things like that. I mean, think about it. Do not touch must be one of the scariest things to read in Braille. Oh, Demonar's wide and into the barrier. Oh, there should have been do not touch on that.
Yeah. There's Steve F1 might be able to do a wee switchback on 2 here if these are battling.
Now,
Dave Harps came in and stopped him.
Well, Demonar had a massive sideways. I tell you what would be interesting for the drivers to do perhaps is to have a look at how different drivers perhaps defend or overtake up the inside. So Connor's already ahead, but look at this, the switchback. So he's tried making the move, but yeah, it goes a little bit deep. So comparisons of how drivers take like the inside line into some of these corners could be quite interesting, depending on like how they carry the speed through or do switchbacks or defend or Connor or Steve F1 with a big slide as well. There's like a chain reaction. Calling Diana.
Yeah, that's what it said. Oh, Jason and Steve F1 side by side coming out of that corner. It's pretty close.
Coming into this corner is David Harp. It's called
front end actually. Hit a wiggle, not his rear end.
Oh, that's the rear end. Oh dear, I think Conrad was big time sideways when Dave collected him there. Well, I wonder if Demon R can pull away now up at the front. As we've not really mentioned him yet, Jason now sneaking back forwards, up into third with Arpal in second. Jason, the current championship leader, with us having had one race and Jason winning it. Connor! Oh, that looked like a bit of a potentially risky late move there. Oh, we got cars off. Didn't see what may or may not have caused that.
Seen Dave the Harp pinball in between 2 cars there.
Yep.
I don't know how that happened, but he was still there.
Yep.
And Jason's going back down the field. Oh, who's that? Rich Blues and is that Twilight?
It is, yeah. Artpal's got a bit of a run on Demon R here. It's to be interesting to see if Artpal's going to be looking at attacking. It looks like SGP they may be a little bit too wide. That could be penalties.
Is that pal going to get a pole position for a bit?
Ooh, Conrad having a look.
Conrad sneaking in.
Battling for the seconds. Interesting one there. Davey Harp now having a bit of a look as well. Conrad, has he let Artpal back through or not? I don't know.
I didn't quite see the start of that.
Yeah.
How far back Conrad was or anything.
Yeah, I was trying to look at Dave to see where he was, but okay, we've got Artpal defending, Conrad and Davey Harp, SGP trying to close in. Bob now up to 6th place ahead of SRIs. We've got cars offline. In the background, just behind Bob, they're taking different lines.
Yeah, I keep looking at the screen, but something in the corner of my eye keeps sticking out, and it's.
I thought you were going to say it's Kirsty with the boobies.
Because I sent you that thing, it's still on my other monitor, and it just.
It's like, I can click on that. Conrad a little bit wide. SGP going for the move around the outside. 3 wide. Good luck, boys. I wouldn't want to be Artpal in this situation right now. SGP just ahead to pull across. I think Dave's got a little deep, has he?
I thought SGP got.
Oh, Jimmy!
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I think Artpal went a little bit deep, but I think SGP couldn't capitalise. Maybe even tagged the back of it. You know what? Conrad's in a good position here. If he slows down nice and early, he could get a triple switch back, but he can't do it because SGP slowed down. Artpal actually closed up to the back of DBR, and Jason has got Steve F1 up his chuff with Jimmy there as well. And is it Gary? I think it might be. Yes, it is. It could be. I can't quite see that far back as Davey Hart trying to go around the outside of Artpal through the tricky left-handers.
If we could do it for this one and Nice little king. Oh, no, he's not.
He looked like he was trying to go around the outside then and perhaps went a bit wide. Here comes Bob.
Oh, he's Bob round outside, Stephen. F1 in hand. Sorry, SGP in the inside, now the outside.
Ooh.
Oh, SGP! Oh, did he give him a wee nudge there? Or?
I think he did. Oh, but he's going for the move now. We don't need to see Conrad. Let's watch. Oh, no, Dave. Oh, yeah, we could have done with the camera being on that bit. Yeah, because Dave's now gone all the way to pretty much to the back as Conrad now is battling Art Pal through for the lead on Demon R as well. And I'll tell you what, Ray, just like last week, this boost setting, it's definitely creating a lot of action up at the front here, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we can see that, yeah.
no, it's kind of the most obvious question ever. Art Pal, perhaps a little too much curb there. SCP trying to make a move on Bob. He's gone wide. Oh, nearly wobbled in front of Jason. Sorry, Bob.
I thought Art Pal was maybe, I don't know if the game would have gave him a penalty, because remember the penalties are still on this season.
Absolutely. Do you know who Master Gamgee is?
Nope.
No. You ever watched Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Samwise Gamgee.
What?
Samwise Gamgee. Frodo's mate. Samwise.
Sam.
Yeah, Sam. His name is Samwise Gamgee.
Sam.
Sam. Okay.
He's only Sam to me. I don't.
Okay, well, I'll go with Sam then. But you know who it is, yeah? The one that goes, I'd carry you all the way to Mordor if I had to, Mr. Frodo.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, Mr. Sam has met up with Strider, as he was known, before he was known as Aragorn, son of Arathorn, or whatever his fucking name was.
Oh, Art Pal's went wide. Is Demon R going to capitalise in a switchback?
No, he's going to capitalise on a joke. So, Strider is taking the
nice south side by side.
No, he's not.
You can shove your hobbits up your ass.
No, come on, it's relevant. Right, so Strider is taking the hobbits on a journey, and Samwise says, but where is he leading us? And Strider, Aragorn, says, to IKEA, Master Sam, to the House of Furniture. Did you hear that? We're going to IKEA. We're going to see the shelves.
Which was in...
Yeah, ruin me, fuck it on.
Because there's bloody racing going on.
Yeah, it's all action. Give it 10 seconds, there'll be a bit more. Oh, hang on, no, Demon R's involved. Let's watch it.
10 seconds and it'll be gone.
Well, yeah. Okay, so what was happening then? Because I wasn't.
Rich Blues went off in the penultimate corner. Demon R and Art Pal have been battling with Conrad, but Conrad's now managed to open up a gap. Now Steve F1 and SRI are trying to close in as well, and then all the other ball bags are there.
Fantastic. So what do you call a lazy kangaroo?
Don't know.
A pouch potato. Art Pal battling with Demon R, trying to go round the outside. It'll give him the inside line in the next couple of corners. Conrad once again into the lead and probably
5 laps to go.
Oh. Now, interesting, are you finding it easier to working out how many laps are left with there being a lap counter?
I'm using my fingers, mate.
Oh, you're going 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, no problem. To be fair, it's the best way. The amount of times where it's like, okay, 8 out of 12, that's only 4 laps. No, it's 5. Okay, so Demon R closing in on Conrad once again around this Sandbar circuit.
Oh, Bob, Steve F1 and SRI having a big battle on the pack cam.
Fantastic stuff. Exactly what we like to see. Demon R making a move on Conrad. Is Conrad gone a bit wide? We're 3 wide nearly. Demon R with the inside line. Can Connor hold on with that outside, slightly dirtier line? Demon R gives... Art Pal gives Demon R a bit of a nudge, but I don't think it's really helped in the long run.
No, did Art Pal realise they gave him a nudge and isn't wanting to go for the overtake just yet?
Maybe.
Or
Oh, he's going for it.
Well, it wasn't off track anyway, so
No.
yeah.
Well, he is
But
having a look at this.
then again, you don't want to do a push to pass, do you?
No. Breaking news!
What?
Bob's in 4th. Breaking news!
Oh, good. He's not going to make the corner.
He has managed to slow it down just. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a risky situation for Bob because, as I mentioned, he's had no practice, doesn't really know the circuit. So it'll be interesting to, we've not seen him much on the camera, it'll be interesting to see how he can cope up there. See if he starts getting a bit of an old Demon Art having a wiggle behind Conrad. And it says there he's not amused. Oh, he's going for it into the chicane. I mentioned earlier, you don't want to be on the outside. Oh, Conrad didn't want to sort of fight it through the chicane.
They've the Hop and SRI battling in the background as well. They tried to switcheroo each other there.
I think Conrad compromised the chicane to try and get a run here and battle back, which he's trying to do. Demon are taking a wide line, maybe too wide. Art Pal in the hunt as well. Demon are just ahead. Oh, yeah, he's all right. Ball back, Bob. He's not ball back, Bob. He's just Bob.
Steve F1 just went round the outside of him. He's like...
Well, Conrad got the move done on Demon R. Oh, has he got it done? As Art Pal getting his nose in there once again. So Demon R side by side with Conrad.
It's up against the wall. Well, he wasn't up against the wall, but he was in that area.
Is Art Pal going to go
somebody
for the
crashed
move
it back.
There's a couple of cars crashed there. Art Pal making the move into turn 1 then. Oh, but here goes the switchback. I mean, to be honest, Art Pal didn't sort of lose out too much there. There was just enough of a gap for Demon R to get the switchback to work. There comes Conrad. I thought Conrad was going to look left. Steve F1's looking left. Conrad may be compromised now. All about, maybe we should have called this the championship the Epstein, because it would appear to be constantly compromising people.
No.
No. At least that wasn't full offence. That job will stay in. Okay, so Bob and Steve F1. Conrad went wide. I don't know if that's when Bob was having a look up the inside. May have been a bit late. Art Pal having a look up the inside of Demon R. Change of lead. Oh, is it a bit smoky there?
Yeah, it looks a bit misty, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember that in the race.
Okay, Art Pal still fighting with Demon R. And here comes Steve F1. Don't really see him up at the front much in this race, but he's getting there now. Regarding the champion. Oh, Steve F1 going up the inside of Demon R there. Demon R's wide.
Watching to see if Steve F1. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I thought.
GP.
I don't think they touched. I could be wrong. Yeah, both of them ended up off the track. So Art Pal still leads. Steve F1 second place. Bob's in third. Conrad attacking. Can they get it slowed down and stopped here? Conrad going up the inside. Oh, Bob went straight on a bit. Didn't have the grip. And that's exactly what you was on about earlier, where if you get your braking slightly wrong, you do just slide straight on. As Connor now trying to follow Art Pal through the hand. Oh, Steve going with a switchback.
Is he going to switch back over the... no, he's going round the outside. He's got no choice.
Connor's going for the switchback though.
Yeah.
And he's made it work. Looking at the tower, he's ahead. He is. Dave's ahead as well. So Steve F1 and Art Pal getting a bit too close together on the entry to the bridge. Compromised to both of them. Here comes Dave now at Connor. Oh, and Art Pal right close to the back of Dave the Arp. Don't know if there was contact there, but Connor now leading once again. Dave with a little wiggle. Conrad's got a penalty. Looking at the back cam. Oh, Jason.
Oh, so he has. Don't see that.
Where did Jason come from? Don't say I can.
Sweden.
Sweden. Oh, Steve F1 giving the wheel. It's such
I
a
don't know if it
horrible
was a little bit of help there, but I think Jason just smacked it back at Steve F1 there. Just looked like that. It was 2 green cars, but there's 3 green cars in a row there.
I wonder if Jason may have sent Steve a little wide and he was letting him back through, because I think Jason was ahead of Bob. The front three wide!
Jesus!
Oh no, Jesus ain't going to help you here. Get a car recovery truck. Oh dear! Oh, Gary, what happened to Gary?
He must have get collected within that, or something happened.
Absolutely. Maybe you should call Gary post office, because you always have to collect from them. Somehow that has ended up with Steve F1 in the lead. Connor, I think, was lucky in a way that Dave the Art Pound both hit the barrier at each other, and so he didn't get affected as much. Oh, Bob! Over the inside of Jason. I don't know how early or late that may have been. It was definitely 2 becoming 1, and Jason appearing to have none of it.
But a Spice Girl, eh?
He's a spicy big bar. I was going to say, I love spice, not spicy meatballs. I love Swedish meatballs. Okay,
you do.
You should have heard it last night when we was playing.
Well, what were you two doing the meet-up, you and Jason?
Gotta be telling. SGP's wide. He's unfortunately. So last night on Worms, you may know that SGP, his worms are named after the DGT drivers. And there's one point where he gets one of the worms and uses a baseball bat to kill one of my worms off into the water. And I just happened to say, typical, I'm used to getting whacked off by Gary. It's not what I meant, but yeah, it was quite amusing at the time. Because it was Gary's worm that SGP was using. SGP has been whacked off.
I don't know. I didn't see if it was whacked off. I just seen
did he whack himself off?
Dave the Harp and SRI were battling. As we see Conrad going to go for a move here.
Yeah, he is. He did it on Bobber. He's gone deeper though. That could be a penalty.
Yeah, penalty again.
Yeah. I mean, no, I can't put any blame on him trying the move and going for it. He's obviously trying it fairly. Steve F1 perhaps a little wobble there. Maybe thought Conrad was attempting the move, but it actually didn't look like Conrad was. I don't know if Conrad has got a penalty or not. No, he hasn't.
No, not yet. It's not come up, so he must have got away from that.
Maybe he was slow enough that it didn't penalise, because it's not necessarily slam dunk, is it?
Nah, except the factors of your throttle and if you gain time or lose time. Dave the Harp going for a move on SRI. SRI try park it.
Steve F1 trying to get aggressive on Connor as well, but it's compromised him, and here comes Jason. Just what the drivers don't need. The championship leader with 2 and 2 corners to go. I had to count the corners on my fingers then. 2 and 2 corners to go. The championship leader now starts battling for second.
Yep. We go for people going deep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Jason now then up to second. Conrad once again thinking, right, okay, let's break away. And I don't mean the biscuits. Demon Arse side by side with SRI, Bob and Dave.
It's the biscuits, because as soon as it's done, you can't break away. Twilight with a big rear end moment. Up free, there's a Scottish sandwich in there.
That there is. They are trying 4 wide. Bob's up the inside. Bob's a bit maybe late into the corner. Dave holds on. So I think Bob may have overtaken about 15 cars there. It wasn't easy to see. But it didn't look like he may have come in a bit.
He's not broke the record yet.
No, that is true. SRI went for a switchback, got it wrong. So Art Pound switched back to him, and now SRI losing a place to Demonara as Conrad still leading to Jason, to Steve F1. Steve F1 trying to get Jason out of position. Not quite able. Well, he has got him slightly out of position. He's got him a car width, but Steve F1's missed the apex.
Oh, Dave the Harp's gone. Yeah, Dave the Harp's seen that open and stuck his car in there. But
he's what in there?
His car.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Yeah, Steve was a bit wide. Oh, Bob coming in hot again. Oh, he's managed to, well, I say managed to stay behind. He's managed to slow it down enough to get there on the pack cam. We've got SGP on the back of Twilight. We've got Jason on the back of Connor. I mean, with Jason, I mean, if he wins another race here, I mean, it'd be interesting if he wins, who's in second, because Connor obviously missing the first. Oh, Steve F1, he missed an apex by a mile earlier. He nearly overcompensated by a mile the other way then. Oh, Rich has just tagged Jammy just tagged Jimmy up the arse end on the back cam.
Jammy James.
Yeah, alright. Steve F1, he's got the slipstream, but he's on the outside line. He's managed, has he slowed it down? No, look how much time he's lost there to Jason.
And I just try to keep on the track now. Dave the Harp's going to have a go into the hairpin. Steve F1 able to hold it in the outside line. Now he's got the inside line for going on the bridge.
Yeah, Jimmy repaying the favour with Rich. Connor, a little bit on the curb. That'll unsettle the car a little bit. Bob getting close to the barrier.
I thought Dave the Harp got a nice wee switchback on Steve F1, but he didn't. Somebody's hanging out to dry with no slipstream in the pack cam.
Wow, can he get it stopped? Oh no, he's gone straight on. Oh, it was a brave attempt, but the grip wasn't there. Dave and Steve still battling a little bit. Oh, Jimmy's facing the wrong way. I mean, unfortunately for Dave and Steve, if they battle, they sort of drop it back a bit. But right now, they may be able to close the gap into the penultimate corner. Look at that, 5 different lines being used. Oh, Steve F1 going defensive on Bob. Dave the Harp's going for the cameraman. Oh no, he's going proper wide. Oh, he's into the barrier. Oh no, he's been collected. Oh, and here comes everybody else as well. And Rich blows. Oh, and Rich blows it. Oh, he's dead. He's rubbed. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, holy guacamole. Wow. Wow. That's the big
Send
one.
a message.
And not
red
the
flag.
one.
Red flag.
Well, that's
Where's
just...
Charlie Whiting when you need him? Look at this up at the front now.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's freed up Connor and Jason, but Steve F1's still there. SRI's now in there, and so's Bob as we're on to the last lap of the race. Jason and Conrad side by side through turn 1. Here comes Steve F1 and SRI into 3rd place. Bob is holding on to 5th at the moment. Can Connor do anything about Jason? Anything fair about Jason, I should say. Oh, Steve F1. I don't know if he was... No, I think he was defending rather than attacking. Connor and Jason using slightly different line. Jason's defending. Oh, this could get interesting as SRI having a little look.
Yeah, I think SRI tried to follow Conrad's line because Steve F1 was offline, but that's compromised him because he's got Bob all over him.
Oh, Connor's gone wide. Oh, that'll give Steve F1 the run towards the next right-hander. The camera angle into that right-hander is a bit odd because it makes it look like the cars have gone deep even if they haven't. Okay, so Steve F1 now on the back of Jason. Can he do anything? He's having a look up the outside. Jason full on defending. Connor now having a look up the inside of Steve F1. Oh, Jason nearly goes too wide. I think Steve F1 may have even tagged the back of him. And here comes Stephen all around the outside of Bob as well. That's not happening. Connor's dropped back a bit.
Connor's got SRI on the back of him. We know SRI likes to just throw his car in somewhere it shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's why he's got 6 kids.
But Conrad's thrown it in the inside of Steve F1. So is SRI going to throw it in for a free wide down the straight to the hairpin?
Quite possibly.
Not the hairpin, the king.
The king.
Oh, he's I don't think he's got the speed.
Oh, Jason's full on defending here. Steve F1's got a bit of a slipstream. I must admit, I'd want to be on the inside here, I think. Can they all get it slowed down and get through? Yes, they can. Just different lines. This is great racing, I've got to say. Now the hairpin is Jason, the full Steve F1. Excuse me, full send. Got it done. SRI now battling with Conrad. Bob is ahead of Gary, who's ahead of SGP. Wow, this is all switching around in the last few moments of the race. Oh, Connor!
Oh, Connor! Oh, Jesus, I thought he was going to hit that. That was nightmares.
Get out.
That was like, was it PSTD or something?
Post-traumatic stress. PTSD. Oh, Connor. Sorry, yeah, Steve F1 not defending. He's having a look at the outside of Jason. Maybe too wide. Conrad going for the switch back around the outside. Gets the move done on Steve, and here comes SRI on Steve. I tell you, I think Connor was so close to the barrier at the bridge, he rattled the nuts and his Titan. So SRI, he's having a look at that tight line on Connor. Connor's having none of it. Jason, he's got to go wide here, defending to the penultimate. Hug it. Bob coming. Conrad trying round the outside. Will it work? It can work, but Jason's ahead and now covers the inside.
I've got nowhere to go. Here we go. Steve F1 in third place. He got SRI.
Full defend once again from Jason. Can they get through the corner? Oh, Conrad. How did Conrad end up on the other side of the track? Can Jason hold on for 2 wins out of 2?
And SRI got Steve F1.
Yes, he has, yes. Third place, Steve F1 for SGP. Bob, set. Oh, my goodness me. Yeah, a bit too excited. Dave. It looks like Dave didn't manage to recover from that big crash on the penultimate corner on the penultimate lap.
You know what you sounded like?
What?
Okay, you Bob, yeah, wallet.
It's funny that. Did you know that voiceover there is actually based on someone and it's not you?
Is it based on?
There's a character in Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, the one that whistles with the arrow?
I know.
No. Well, for anyone that does, the one that whistles and has got the arrow, he's blue. He's a Croix. When he goes into the shop that Quill was going to sell the orb at, when he goes in there, the guy keeps trying to talk and he interrupts him by going, oh, blah, 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 and talking exactly like I did on that video. So although it's talking about Ballbag, it's actually an impersonation of him. So there you go.
All right.
Yeah. Right. Well done, Jason. 2 out of 2. I mean, what do you say about that race?
It was action-packed. It was a track that we're not so comfortable with. Different lines, drivers, different levels of driving for people that kind of knew the track a wee bit and those that weren't too sure. And it looked like a great race.
I mean, one thing I will say is the boost settings are definitely throwing up a different type of race than what the drivers are perhaps used to. That is for certain. I mean, what I would say is if any of the drivers have got any views about the boost settings and all that stuff, feel free to... I think actually SGP might have sent a message out to all the drivers or in the chat saying, like, feel free to let us have your opinions, because as much as the admins run the league, if it doesn't come across that they care about what the drivers think, they actually do. So, I mean, we might ignore you, but it doesn't mean we don't care. But yes.
I've been keeping up my replies. So, the reviews have been heard, but fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm really kidding.
Yeah. I mean, I think perhaps one of the things to say about this particular championship is, yes, it is different, clearly. It's something we wanted to have a look at. It's something we wanted people to experience. It's something we wanted to see how it goes. And if it is a type of racing that the drivers don't like, don't panic, don't get frustrated, just try and have fun. Just try and enjoy it. Because
you've got it all to do again next season.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant next week. Can you tell Ray's had a drink? But yeah, so sorry, I'm joking. Yeah, so if anyone is getting frustrated with the settings, I would say don't. It is interesting though how it has turned it from on the other settings that we use, where it's like there tends to be a few 4 or 5 cars up at the front, maybe a bit spaced out, a bit battling, and then the pack. Whereas this is, it's just one pack. Yeah, it's one pack. Yeah. It's yeah.
Come and join our pack.
Absolutely.
At the front.
Yeah. I'm a pack man. Anyone that's old enough will remember that song. I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, so anyway. Anything else that we really want to sort of mention? What's the next track? Oh.
I don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah, you do. You won the bloody couple of laps we did round there. Yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah, you've had a sleeping tablet. Lemon. Gary should be at home. Lemon.
Yeah. Officially. Lucy Lemon. Please go.
Gary for the last few years has been name your children Gary. I think it's only fair that whether his child is male or female, they should call it Gary. I don't mean to say it, but they should call it Gary.
That's like fucking Johnny Cash's song, A Boy Named Sue, a girl named Gary.
Well, hey, you know what? It may be the next thing. It's short for Gabriella. Okay.
Copy error.
Yeah, a copy error. Okay, yeah, so the next track is Le Mans without any chicanes. And for anyone that's wondering why we're doing that track, it is a test of the boost setting, the slipstream setting on the longest straight we can possibly get without driving Route X. So again, if it's not people's type of racing, we understand that, but it's not going to be very often we will actually be using Le Mans with no chickens. But so this is the perfect opportunity for us to see, especially what this boost setting will be like with a lot of cars down that
We're not using it next season when we go on that Tomahawk.
We might do the 3000 brake horse one, yeah, maybe. But yeah, so,
which is fuck, you know.
Yeah.
You turn left and flaps come up.
Oh, alright. We should tell her to wear tighter pants.
Turn right and another flap comes up.
Now before we go, actually, while we're doing the commentary on this, I believe there may have been a few reports placed. I'm not sure. Ray said yeah. Now, we haven't, at the time of doing the commentary, we haven't looked at anything. We haven't decided anything. However, the decisions will have come out before this. So anything that is stewarding, there will be a G-Spot video showing those incidents. Now, whether me and Ray will be able to get together and commentate on them together or not, I don't know. But there's a couple of things actually I am interested in knowing what the drivers think of, and that is, obviously it's been a long time since we've done any sort of track guides or car guides of how a car handle, or a good way of getting a good way of driving a car, a particular car, or track tips and stuff like that. If that's something that drivers have been missing and would find very useful, let me know. I'll see if I can do something that would be very, very basic but try and give some quick tips, because if that means it will help drivers a lot, especially those that don't get to practice, then no problem, I can sort something out there. But it would be like very, very sort of crude. It wouldn't like I'd be going into loads of detail. But also, there was something else I was going to mention. Yeah, if there is anything that people do want us to have a look at on the G-Spot, feel free to let us know. So, for example, I do know there was a couple of things that happened in the first race of this championship race that I actually would like to have a look at on a G-Spot at some point. I've just not had the time to get the footage together. So anyway, right, I've got a little story to tell you, and you should be able to relate to this, right? Okay. A Scotsman and his wife walked past a swanky new restaurant. And she says, "Did you smell that lovely food? It smells absolutely incredible." Now, being a kind-hearted Scotsman, the husband thought, what the hell, I'll treat her. So they walked past again.
Okay. That's a nice treat, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what more would she want?
Well, we try to say us Scots are stingy bastards.
No, you're sensible with your money.
I'm a fuck. You see what I spend my money on?
Well, yeah, nappies. Oh dear. Right, okay. I think it's about something.
Non-working condoms.
Oh god, yeah.
And on that note, it's time to call it a night.
They weren't condoms, they were Ziploc food bags that didn't work. Okay, yeah, it is time to call it a night. So, thank you very much for joining us on Commentary, Ray.
No, it's been a pleasure.
And yeah, we will have a look at the confirmed race result and the championship standings. Obviously detailing any incidents that have been reported and dealt with, and any penalties that may have had to be applied. Ooh.
Yeah, important one that.
Absolutely. Right, have a good one, everybody, and let's have a look at those standings. Confirmation then of the race result. Jason taking the victory, maximum 20 points. Conrad second place, SRI in third, Steve F1 in fourth, SGP in fifth. Bob finished in sixth, but has got a -2 point penalty. I'll give some more information on that in a moment. Demon R 7th place with Superleggera in 8th, Jimmy in 9th, Art Pal 10th, Twilight in 11th, Rich Blues 12th, and Dave the Harp in 13th. Bob's penalty will be shown on the G-Spot this week when I bring it out, when I find it. All the information, though, is on the DGT Stewards post. Yeah, I think it was for an unfair overtake down into turn 1, but as I've mentioned, we'll show that and a few other things, actually, hopefully on the G-Spot coming out. Try and cover a couple of things from last week's race, and maybe a couple of things from this race as well. Okay, well, let's take a look then at what that result has done to the standings. And Jason still leading the way, maximum 40 points, 10 ahead of Steve F1, who's in second place, who's 5 ahead of SGP in third. Okay, I need to check if I've edited this right. Jimmy's in fourth. Does anybody want to check that? Anyone? No? Okay, Jimmy in fourth place. 1 ahead of Dave the Harp in fifth. Art Pal in sixth place, tied on 18 points with Superleggera and Demon R. Conrad in 9th place with his second place result, getting the 17 points, bumps him up quite nicely. Got a bit of work to do to catch Jason, though, and all the cars ahead. Rich Blues tied in 10th place with SRI, 15 points each. And then we've got Twilight in 12th place on 13 points, and Bob in 13th place on 9 points. Now, I'm not going to give too much away, but I can let you know that the admins have been listening to the drivers' comments about the boost settings, and the admins have got their own views on the boost settings and all that kind of stuff. Some announcements will be coming soon. but I do know that they have also been working diligently at finding the ideal next championship car. So hopefully the information on that will be announced as soon as possible, and yeah, hopefully it's going to be a car and a series that will make everybody go, yeah, come on, wow, let's go. Because obviously the last couple of championships have been something very, very different. So yeah, I will say keep an eye out for what's coming in the future, folks, because it hopefully will be very exciting. Okay, as always in DGT, the races have been full of action, especially this one today, and at the next track, Cirque de la Sarthe, Le Mans, 24-hour chicane, 24-hour layout without the chicanes. Interesting track for that car. What I will say is, just remember, folks, the trick to this car is getting the brakes on at the right points, getting it done nice and early, and not getting on the power too soon. I suppose one way I would put it is, if you're not making it to apexes, you're probably braking too late, and if you're understeering wide, you're getting on the power too soon. And if you're losing the rear end, try coming off the steering. Those are my 3 quick tips. Right, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching, listening. You know what to do: like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell, check out the DGT merch that is available as well. Have a good one, and we'll see you all again soon.